See that one? 2, 3. Okay, good. I think we've got 3. So we're going to go with those horses last. We'll save the speed for last. So here's your folks right here. Here's your pan. Yeah, you can do it however you guys want to do it. So who wants to go into the, I only want to lengthen my horse's stride group. Yep. 1, 2. Yeah, he looks a little bit engaged. Yeah, it's probably put him in the length stride because that'll give you an opportunity to kind of stretch. And the main thing you're looking for on that horse is to get his head going dip, 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 dip. So whichever way you're bending him, have that rein a little bit snugger. You don't want to counterbend on that horse. Okay, so who's going to be in the, I'm only lengthening the stride group. I think that's probably, we got 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's bring those 3 horses down, and we'll just have the other horses kind of fan out down there on that end so we can go around it. Pardon? But I'm going to add some things to the pattern, but basically I'm just going to organize them into groups. So I'm going to change that over there a little bit. I'm going to change this over here a little bit. So I'm going to take these 2 cones that are down here. And then we'll get the people that want to do the trot kind of here in the middle. And the people that want to do the lope can kind of be down here on the end. A little bit more precision this time. So you'll come through there.
Is this your
and then
dog?
You'll have to leg yield
I can't
right.
tell at all.
Right?
Someday I might have one just like that.
I hope so.
And come straight through
Is she
here.
talking about converting her dog?
Huh?
Is she talking about converting her dog
Yes,
into a
that.
calm dog?
Yeah,
And then
that
we can
one.
make everything a little bit narrower if we can.
Yeah, my 2 dogs.
So we'll narrow up
need to
that
be like
chute there a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just going to pick this up in just a second.
If I'd have brought them,
We'll take this
Yeah.
over.
I usually take them to, well, I mean, I have taken them to flip-flops.
And those 2 cones, right, we'll put them a little
Yeah.
bit closer together.
They're pretty okay. You know, they get a little intimidated by all the other dogs and
Yeah.
those people.
Yeah.
Pretty good reach. Might move it over here a little bit. And then these 2 cones, the position,
Shoot.
which is a little bit close here. And here. Yeah, I'll put this a little bit closer. And now, obviously, we're just doing a lot of this stuff to the left or to the right to get your horses handy. You're going to want to do it both ways. Let's put those cones, 2 cones over there, about the distance apart, but closer to the fence. The 2 over there for the figure 8. Yeah, that looks about right. And then this log here, we can add to these 2 logs here. So we'll have 3 logs. And it'll be about the same distance. So instead of walking now, we'll trot over these 3. Got it? So it'll be about the same distance, about 1 full stride. Okay, so pretty much the same thing, but a little bit more precise. So what we're going to do is walk in, pick up a trot here. So after you get through the cones, we'll pick up a trot through, out the key, back in, turn on the forehand, immediately leg yield to the right, go through the chute over there, then you come out the chute, pick up your first transition between the two cones. So if you're going to stay in a walk, you'll pick up your walk transition all the way around to the other cone. Now if you feel game, you can pick up a walk transition and then pick up a jog transition from the second one down to this cone, transition back down to a walk at this cone, figure 8. One time around, and then one time we want to do a pretty nice turn on the haunches, ideally with your horse between the cones and the wall. I think there's room. And then we finish, come around here, walk somewhere before the outgate, pick up a trot or lengthen walk, stop with your horse's legs. I'll move those two cones a little bit further apart. We'll stop at the second cone, back up to your horse's feet or at the front first cone. I think there's enough room here. We do one turn with the green horses around, and then one turn between the cone and the wall. Obviously, this is all just one direction. The horses need to, you're getting the principles is the main thing. So when you go home, you'll do both sides. But this kind of gives you some creativity to play with. And then I'm going to spread those two cones over there. And the tricky part will be picking up a trot here so that your horse is rhythmic and trotting over, allowing your horse to see the logs. If your horse is not that great at trotting over, you're going to walk over. Coming through the chute, where you'll all probably have to be real careful is when you do a turn on the haunch over there. So you'll get here, you'll back, get control of your hind end, turn on the forehand, quarter turn, back. And I would recommend backing till your horse's front feet are well clear. Little tip, the more you back here, the better your leg yield over, or the easier your leg yield will be. But just make sure your horse's front end is clean. Bring the forehand, and right away, if you'll go get that left hind leg stepping under, what you'll teach your horse at home is don't over-rotate and kick the hind end out of here. So you'll move the hind end under. A true leg yield is your horse is going to be parallel to this wall all the way over. So there's a couple horses here today that really aren't, going to have the same leg yield as everybody else. But rather than turning and riding like this leg's really not working this much. What we want to do is come through here and think about getting control of that hind leg. So back, move your forehand over, reaching over, forward a step, and then get control of the left hind leg moving under, keeping your horse parallel to the long side, You come through the chute. When you get to the first cone, somewhere between the first and the second cone, pick up your transition. Ideally, pick up the next transition up at the next cone. So if you've got a extended walk here, you pick up a jog. If you've got a jog over there, then you transition down the first cone back to a walk. Figure 8 one time around the cones, and then the next time, do your turn on the haunches between the cone and the wall. All it is a really small turn. Then you go all the way around. You can leave there, pick up a jog or extended walk, depending on what your horse is good at. Then you'll stop your horse's front feet at the distant cone, back up till his front feet are precisely with the second cone. And obviously we're looking for nice diagonal pairs, straight patterns, happy horse, happy rider. And if you can do this, then you've got all the tools you need to go home and get your horse content. Okay, so you've got a little bit of a pressure spot here. Just look up, give you a little hint. Look up, but don't pull on your horse's mouth too much. Let them feel. All these horses have been over this 2 or 3 times today, so they all should be pretty game. Ride, get control of your horse's hip, leg yield, transition up, another transition up, transition down, 2 figure eights, one going around, one within. Next time you do transition up, transition down. So if you're at a trot or a jog, transition down to a walk here, halt here, momentary pause, delta 1, delta 2 would be ideal, and then back to your front feet are here, then you're done. Okay? Any questions? Easy peasy. Obviously, the main thing when you leave here that you want to keep in mind is, we don't have unlimited time. You just want to make sure that these same tools and these same patterns that we've kind of built over 3 weekends, that you use those. Now, what's key right here is you're getting control of the left hind leg. Yes, ma'am? Oh, I'll talk to you. Sure. Yeah, sure. The main thing is when you back out, you're going to get control of this left hind leg and you do a leg yield out. You do a leg yield out. There's some of these horses that do a leg yield out. You're going to have that rib cage shoulder really clean. As soon as you come out of the chute, you can go ahead and go right into your transition. I mean, that would be a great spot for a lot of these horses to even do a canter to park. I'll say do a transition somewhere between these orange cones. So as the level of difficulty starts to get better, you can do a leg yield out. And the moment you get right here would be a great spot for a lefty canter. So I'll do this so that you don't have time for your horse to shift his weight back on the forehead. It just needs to be somewhere between these 2 cones. And this can either be your lengthened walk or your jog or trot. Somewhere between these 2 cones. And then you'll maintain it on this bent line. The thing about the bent line, it gives you a chance to kind of get your horse rated. And then on the next cone, then you pick up the next gate up. Okay? So this is a lot of times, this sets you up later on. If you were going to do this, you could do the same thing if you wanted to teach your horse to change leads. You could go there, move the shoulder over, pick up the left lead, go there, move the shoulder over, pick up the right lead. Okay? All right, first horse through, doesn't matter who. Maybe just tell us so all of us know your name and where you're from. So when you go home, we all know you. I'll stand next to you so everybody knows. Everybody probably knows, but maybe I don't. So I'll walk down here. We'll just kind of make this a real fun deal. We're all in this together. Like I say, we're just doing this one way. Obviously, you want to do the same thing going the other way. We're just kind of adding to the levels. You can go as fast as you feel you can do comfortably. All right, so our first rider is Rocky. I don't know what his name is.
California Kid.
California Kid. Okay, tell us a little bit about you as you come in.
My name is Cheryl. This is California Kid. I've had him about 4 years.
Okay.
I'm a trail rider.
He's a trail rider, and this is the perfect kind of trail horse. It's a California Kid. Let's see your stuff. California Kid and Gerald. The Rockies are a trail horse, a wonderful trail horse. I have some guys that used to play football and a trot, or no, just lengthened walk. I have some guys that used to play pro football, and this is their kind of trail horse of choice now. And then a nice halt. Good. And then we're not necessarily looking for speed. We're just looking for cadence, poise, rhythm, balance, and not a lot of wrestling. Good. And I'm only going to talk you through it if you feel like you got lost. I might tell you what to do. And since we have people judging, I'll try not to say excellent or anything like that. Good. So she's backing through. As she finishes backing through, she'll do a quarter of a turn on the haunches. To the right. And then she'll do a leg yield to the right. As much as possible, staying parallel to the wall. cones, she'll lengthen stride. Maybe throw in a little jump. Now right here, we're going to play with him. Let's go ahead and supple his nose to the left. Slow him down for a little bit. And take a little bit more of a contact with him with the left rein. A little bit more contact. A little bit more contact. He's pacing. So go ahead and break the pace by putting him in a little bit of a bend. There, you broke the pace, now you're back to a true 4-beat walk. Good, and that's what I do. When they get to pacing, put a little bit of inside bend to them, you'll break them out of the pace. And the main thing is, you don't want them to think that you want that, so you kind of need to make life a little bit, you just make it a non-profitable choice. And you just don't let them stay there for very long. Now she's doing one figure eight around the cones, and then she's going to do her next turn between the cones and the wall. So this one is kind of big. Now, if possible, and it may not be with these young horses, go down there and try to make your whole turn between the wall and the cone. To your left. Yep. And then you're just going to go down there past the cone. You're going to make your turn, come back on the inside of the cone. And now she's going to make a little bitty turn to the left. Good. Excellent. Then she's going to go back to the wall. I'm sorry. Let me walk that for you. I made it a little bit ambiguous. So with this first group, the first time we just want to get in tune with the front end, and then the second time we want to kind of squeeze through and do almost expand, but not a spin. So the first turn is kind of your practice turn, and the next turn you go right past here, and just think about how you squeeze the air and you make the weenie dog out of the balloon. You come right here and go right into a little bitty turn here, and then you do your little bitty diagonal line. And when you get past that other cone, you do a real small turn on the haunches, and then you come back through here, pick up your next gate all the way over there, and then stop. Oh, that's all right, but that's what happens when you get to go first. So we'll come forward. She's going to show you how. So this will be her second turn. She's going to go past the cone a little bit further. Now make your small turn. Excellent. Now she does a little bitty straight diagonal line. She'll go past the cone, but she's going to do the whole turn between the wall and the cone. And now real small turn. Good. Straighten the horse down. Go back on the wall. We're going to play with this guy since he's a gated breed. Take a little bit of, now he's already in the pace, so shorten that left rein. Good. Now shorten the left rein again and kind of kick him out of balance. So when they get kind of comfortable doing something we don't want them to do, we just got to break that down a little bit. Now just relax. Just relax. Now go ahead and take a little bit of hold of him with the right rein. There's the true walk. Now leg yield over to your right and come to a stop by the most distant cone. Now there he goes back into a pace. There, you fixed it quicker that time, right? That's what you want to do. Keep the roundness in the top line. That's a good walk. And we'll prepare him for a halt. There. And with the gated breeds, we got to get the stretch in the top line. Now we'll back up till his front legs are even with the cone. And it doesn't matter how fast. And with the gated breeds, we know diagonal pairs are kind of tough. He's doing a good job right here. There. Those are pretty good diagonal pairs. And there. Good. Good. So now she has shown you all how to do it. Thank you very much. You're welcome. All right, so once again, we'll get your name, your horse's name, where you're from. You can go as fast as you want. Some of us might not want to go too fast. Slow's fine. Horse's name? Whisper. Gretchen is from Orange County. Alrighty. Second day riding ever? Okay, her. Okay. I was going to say, wow, I'm shocked. Second day of riding, Whisper. Okay. Then you can go as slow as you want. Well, within reason, of course. Now right there, just kind of open your reins forward. I'm going to help you. Good. Now just kind of keep thinking forward and you just direct that nose. Now keep thinking forward and direct that nose. See a lot happier horse right there. Keep thinking forward, direct that nose. Let her look down if she needs to, but you look up, way out there in the pasture. That's your intentions. You're telling her where you want to go. Building on what we did this morning. Tip the nose to the left, move hind end to the right. Good. They keep backing. Much better riding today on this horse. Tip the hip to the left a little bit. Good. Rock her back. You're good. Rock her back. Quiet moment for a second. Move your left leg forward. Upper front end turn. And rather than bumping her, I might just leave that left leg on for a little bit. I know I'm kind of coaching you, but the horse needs it. There, the front end's going to come for you here in a little bit. Go ahead and tip your nose to the right, the horse's nose to the right. You control that left hind leg with your left leg. Leg yield over to the right. There, the horse kind of took a nice deep exhale. Moving the right, left hind leg up underneath, so there's your leg yield to the right. Between the cones, you can either lengthen the stride or pick up a nice little jog. And if you lengthen stride, you go from swinging left and right, and you go straight. This horse actually looks good when you get a little bit of forward momentum, doesn't it? Good. You can even lengthen that walk a little bit more, I bet. And if she goes into a jog, you're in good shape. Just enjoy the ride. Good. Now take a deep breath in, deep breath out, and relax, and then you'll find yourself back in a walk. There. Here comes your walk. Good. One turn around the cone to the left. Get in tune with that left leg. This horse did this quite nicely earlier. Go ahead and look where you want to go. Now one turn around to the right, and then you're going to have a couple of nice small turns. And just, just kind of think about everything that you're doing to change things up, because that's what you guys want to take home with you. And we'll go past the cone this time before you turn all the way past it. Further past, further past. Now real small turn to the left, bringing the front end around. Quite nice. Good. And you had a nice jog on this horse. I think you could probably do it again after we get down by the end of the arena. Nice small turn here to the right. Good. And then you can lengthen stride or walk. And if you feel like jogging, I think you just quietly lengthen the walk. The next thing you do, you'll find yourself in a jog. It's entirely up to you. I think your horse is good actually for this, so I think she's fine. Good. Good, nice lengthened walk. You can probably put a little bit of bend in your elbows and you'll feel your body relax. Feel it? See, just a little bit of bend in your elbows and helps your body relax a little bit. Halt at the second cone, yes ma'am. Good. And then some strides back. You can probably use a little bit of right leg to support that horse. That's better. We're looking for diagonal pairs. A little bit less busy with the legs. I know I'm coaching you, but the horse needs it there. See, when your legs got a little bit less busy. Now, in all fairness, you may ride your other horses like that. Maybe she's not trained like that. I don't know. Sometimes in the middle of stuff we have to experiment and see what this horse likes. This may work, in your horse's home, but maybe this horse, she gets a little nervous, and maybe with this horse we just try a little bit less, and then she actually got better. So good day, good second day riding that horse. You're welcome, my pleasure. Alrighty, next. And now, what I would do when you guys are done is just stop down there and then think about what it would be like if you did everything going exactly the opposite direction. Same ace, but just going the opposite direction. Okay, Deborah, Wim Champion. Pardon? She's from Pass the World. Both of them. And Moon Shadow Week, right? Okay, good. Alrighty, and we're off. I'll tell you a story about this horse after. Ears are up, kind of pretty. Nice, there's the form to try. Right here forward a little bit. And just take a deep breath out so you can relax a little bit.
Could I just
Right
see if
forward
my phone is
again.
broken or whether it's just out of
And now,
juice?
2 times in a row, the horse is backed up with us. We know the 3rd time the horse is going to back up with us, so think forward. Now just keep your weight down. Think forward right now. Now take 1 step forward. Right there, that's good. Now, just slide your left leg back, kiss the nose to the left. Don't get too big of a hurry. Think forward. There, that
Thank
helps.
you. Oh.
And if you finish it with the bridle, then the hind end doesn't have to move. I think that horse can figure out how to get that leg over there. So I'd slide that left down. We got